सभी का स्वागत है। मैं हूं सचिन कुंभार और तहे दिल से स्वागत करता हूं इस एक्साइटिंग इवेंट में जहां हम जानेंगे डेली क्राइम सीजन 2 के बारे में। दोस्तों थोड़ी देर में डेली क्राइम सीजन 2 की कास्ट हमारे साथ इस मंच पर जुड़ेगी फॉर अ वेरी स्पेशल इंटरेक्शन। Right here, please. Down to back to request. Yeah, thank you so that the cast will also join us here. Also, please welcome the very gorgeous Rasika Dugal. Welcome. Please. Madam Sir's most trusted. Personality, you've got a strong presence, a powerful presence. Uniform पहना तो even stronger you're looking on screen. कैसा महसूस हुआ to don that uniform?
That uniform does something to you. Trust me, वो uniform पहन के मतलब कुछ और ही हो जाता। जब हम डेली क्राइम 2 करने वाले थे और मेरे दिमाग में ये चल रहा था कि पहला तो हो गया, वो बन गए, मतलब कैसे हुआ पता नहीं. How do I fit those shoes again? How will I ever be able to do it? And trust me, when I stepped into those shoes, there is something else. I walk taller. I have so much. I'm getting goosebumps when I say
know
this.
I can feel, yeah.
And actually, it's like suddenly I'm just, and the respect for that uniform. Like I remember when we walk on set. People part way, they actually give you way to walk. It's something. It's just to be able to wear it even for a show. It's something else.
Shrishti Anand from Mayapuri, and I have actually 2 questions. First is for Tanit sir. Was there a reason for specifically picking the Kacha Banyan case? What made you pick this, and is there a larger narrative context here?
Fair, good question. To be honest, the case was picked prior to my coming on board, so it wasn't my selection. It was a case that Richie worked on, but it was a case that the people he's been researching with suggested and felt it was a strong season candidate. So.
My next question is for Shefali ma'am and Rasika ma'am. How easy or difficult was it for both of you to play your respective roles again in season 2?
I think I answered that. It was very, first and foremost, every time I go in front of the camera, it's difficult for me. And then Vartika, because she became larger than life when DC happened. I did not expect her to become what she did. And like I said, मेरे दिमाग में ये चल रहा था, how do I do this again? वो तो हो गया, अब कैसे दोबारा करूँ? So, how was it? I mean, it's nervousness. I think every day I used to go on set and look at Danush like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? What are these papers? I can't understand a word of this. So I have this trepidation all the time. And then of course with Delhi Crime and Vartika, which is so close to me, it grows manifolds.
I'm always excited to revisit characters and go on to a subsequent season because there is a familiarity, but there's newness also. You know this person, but there's something happened to them since you met them last. So it's almost that kind of a feeling. And the initial extreme nervousness of creating the characters not there, but the excitement to add many, many more details and layers to something that you had created earlier is there. So it's always fun. And there are some characters you read and you feel that they're just not like you, and they're exciting to play for that reason. But there are some which you read and you say, I know this person and I connect with her a lot. And Niti is one of those characters for me, so I always like revisiting and being with her.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think you would be better equipped to answering this question than I would be. I mean, you can see it, like we discussed earlier. These are real people. These are, I mean, when you see it, there is a Bhupinder, there is a Niti, there is a Vartika, there is Subhash and Jayarajan, all of them. And they are real characters. They're not larger than life. They were never meant to be. They're human. They're not super cops. And, and they're not completely right or wrong. They're humans, they're trying to deal with the situation in their best ability. So, I think it's very, very different, yeah? It's very different. I mean, not just a portrayal of cops, like, Tanuj very correctly said, the show itself, it's so raw. It's almost like watching it voyeuristically. Like, camera nahi hai, you're sitting there and just watching this whole thing play out. It's like that.
Next question, please.
Hi, I'm Tanakshi from ABP News. First of all, welcome to Delhi, and it's so good to see you all here in person. I have a question for Rasika here. Rasika, what is it like working with such great team of actors and makers? And it would be great to know, and I'm very curious to know, what was the atmosphere like on the sets?
Filmmaking is such a collaborative exercise that if you don't have a good team, you don't have a good show. There's nothing you can do on your own. So it's almost imperative for a good show to have a good creative collaborations, especially between directors and co-actors. And I feel very nervous to be on a project where I don't have that, and I've mostly been very, very lucky in that department. I've worked with some of the best actors in the country, and working with Shefali Shah and Rajesh Tailang and Subhash and Jairaj, Anurag Arora and Siddharth, who are just absolutely incredible in the show. I think after season 1, somebody once gave a feedback कि आप लोग तो पुलिस वालों से भी ज़्यादा पुलिस वाले दिखते हो. And they're great improvisers. They have great lines always. Because sometimes the dynamics of a scene changes when you're on set. They always had a very good line every time something changed. So they come up with some great lines. It's always great fun. And I know Delhi Crime, sometimes the material of the show can sort of become intense and heavy, but we had a lot of, I think we felt the need to create lighter moments so that we could go through so many days of shoot together. All the actors on the show look very serious, and Shefali might look like she's a very strict person, but she has many comic moments, especially after a night shoot.
Where I just get delirious.
Yeah, she gets delirious.
I get delirious.
So we were both sitting in a car at 6 o'clock in the morning, and Shefali, do you want to do a performance of that little act that you need from
the whole impression of Vartika Chaturvedi will go down the drain.
I agree.
I just
we won't back on that for
night.
a bit till you watch the show. I mean, maybe we'll ask her to do that later in the post-release.
हम तो शो में भी लड़ाई करते रहे ना कि हमें किसी सीन में चाय वाय तो पीने दो यार.
हाँ.
We wanted to.
Yeah.
हमने किया.
I wanted biscuits also. Then we decided, अच्छा, why every time they put cookies? Why can't we have some chakna kind of a thing? Like chai के साथ मूंगफली आई थी. हाँ.
Hello.
Hi.
आप सबको मेरा नमस्कार. निशा जैन बालाजी न्यूज़. मेरा सवाल राजेश जी ने OTT प्लेटफॉर्म पर अपने आपके कैरियर की गति को कैसे परिवर्तन गति को करते हैं? अपने कैरियर की गति को कैसे बदला?
मैंने तो नहीं बदला, OTT ने बदला मेरा पूरा. मतलब डेफिनेटली मैं OTT की वजह से मैं ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुंच पाया, ज़्यादा कैरेक्टर्स को एक्सप्लोर कर पाया, और तो डेफिनेटली OTT ने मुझे एक एक्टर के तौर पे बहुत क्या कहें सपोर्ट किया. ये यूथ तक पहुंच पाया इसी के ज़रिए, और अलग अलग तरह के कैरेक्टर्स करने को मिला जिनको मैं करना चाहता था, तो मेरे लिए तो बहुत अच्छा रहा।
Hi.
Please.
मेरा सवाल भी राजेश जी से ही है. You were just talking about your on-screen, camaraderie with Shefali. But has that also kind of like reflected in real life? Have you guys bonded, because of the equation that you share on screen?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, और मेरे ख्याल से जब हमने शुरू किया था काम तो पहली दफ़ा मिले थे फर्स्ट सीजन में, शायद एक दिन पहले मिले थे, सिर्फ एक दिन पहले मिले थे। उससे पहले मतलब मैंने उनका काम देखा था, उनका एडमायरर था मैं, लेकिन साथ में काम करने का मौका तो तभी मिला था, और फिर धीरे धीरे वो रिफ्लेक्ट करने लगता है आपके, क्योंकि अनटिल अनलेस वो दिल सच्चाई नहीं होगी वो नहीं निकलेगा, और उसमें वो इतने इंटेंजिबल मोमेंट्स हैं, वो यू कैन नॉट फेक इट।
मेरा देखा शेफाली मैम से क्या कुछ सीखने को मिला, क्योंकि वो बहुत ही पावरफुल लेडी है एंड बहुत अच्छा रोल करती है हर सीरीज में, है आपको क्या कुछ सीखने को मिला?
The first time we worked on season 1, Shefali always has a lot. She can see the scene from everybody's perspective, and she has a lot of inputs on what could be or could not be, or why something is there or not, and getting everybody together to rework it if required, or just try different ways of making it work, and prodding the writers also to probably rethink something that they've done, and that's a great quality. In fact, I went to shoot for a show right after I shot for Anytime season 1, and before that I would be like, "Acha, this script hai, okay, I'll just go on the side, I'll do my work, and I'll come back." Right? That's how I used to work earlier, and I realized that this is a very good way to figure out what everybody is thinking about the scene, what their discomfort might be with a particular moment on the scene, where they see themselves in that scene in that moment. So when I went on to my next project, I would always think that I was having trouble with some scenes on that project, and I was like, if Shefali was here, how would she have done it? She would have called everybody, and we would have had this intense discussion about how everybody sees themselves in this scene. So yeah, there's a lot to learn. And every time, I've told you. Yeah, I messaged her to say, I was really having trouble with these 3 scenes, and I thought about how we would have worked it out.
Sometimes the suggestions are way too many. Yeah, too many. Yeah, both are much.
No comment.
But I agree to that. She's a university when it comes to acting.
क्या हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि यूपी क्राइम या ऐसा कोई और क्राइम हमें देखने को मिलेगा?
I think we wanted to stick with crimes in the city still. I don't think we have another. But मैं अंग्रेजी बात कर सब कुछ समझाती, लेकिन I'll speak in English. I think we want to keep the crime within the city. The city is the IP of the show.
So we will accept Telegram 3 as well.
You guys want it?
So
We all want Telecrime 3.
of course. We will love it.
Let's write a letter.
Great. Let's start working on it.
And one more
Shooting day after tomorrow.
हेलो, राजेश फ्रॉम इंडियन आइडिया टीवी। मेरा क्वेश्चन शेफाली मैम से है। मैम, जब भी हम देखते हैं बॉलीवुड में किसी एक्टर को कॉप के रोल जब मिलते हैं और वो सफल हो जाते हैं उस रोल के अंदर, लोग पसंद करने लगते हैं, तो आगे फिल्मों में भी या वेब सीरीज़ में उसी तरह के रोल मिलते हैं। क्या आपको आने वाले समय में इसी रूप में हम देखेंगे बॉलीवुड या नेटफ्लिक्स में? और दूसरा सवाल मेरा क्यों है, जब आप दिल्ली क्राइम 2 का शूट कर रहे थे एज ए रेसिपी, तो आप क्या देखते हैं कि दिल्ली के अंदर क्राइम की सिचुएशन बाकी इंडिया की सिचुएशन से बेटर है, या कुछ इसके ऊपर भी कुछ होता है?
मुझे नहीं लगता कि मैं दोबारा एक कॉप का रोल करूँगी, या एक्चुअली नेवर से नेवर, बट वर्तिका करने के बाद व्हाई वुड आई वांट टू डू अनदर कॉप्स रोल? बिकॉज मैं मैचअप शायद ना कर पाऊँ, पहली बार। दूसरा, I've explored her. Another cop, I remember in fact कि जब Telecrime मैं शूट कर रही थी, or somebody had offered me something. I'm talking about season 1. कि कभी तो पता भी नहीं था कि ये, you know, किसी को नहीं पता था कि ये show हो रहा है, etc., etc. And I just said no. I mean, I can't do it. Also, as an actor, फिर बहुत limited हो जाता है ना. The point is to do more stuff, to do more अलग-अलग किस्म का. आपका दूसरा सवाल, yes, it's Delhi crime, but हम लोग ये नहीं कह रहे कि दिल्ली में क्राइम ज़्यादा है या किसी सिटी में क्राइम कम है. We pick Delhi, and I think there is crime everywhere, but then there is also justice everywhere. There is, like ज़िंदगी में, there is good and there is bad. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's pertaining to a city. At least that's what I feel.
Yeah, this.
We have time for one last question.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
मेरा क्वेश्चन शेफाली मैम से है. मैम, आपने इतने डिफरेंट कैरेक्टर्स प्ले किए, आपने एक मदर का कैरेक्टर प्ले किया एंड मेनी अदर कैरेक्टर. तो वो बाकी के कैरेक्टर और ये एक जो आपने यहाँ पे डेली क्राइम सीजन 2 and 1 में, तो कितना डिफिकल्ट था?
जैसे मैंने पहले कहा, मेरे लिए हर कैरेक्टर डिफिकल्ट होता है, क्योंकि पहले उसे समझना एंड टू बिकम द कैरेक्टर. ऑल्सो मैं अपने इंस्टिंक्ट और गट के साथ बहुत काम करती हूँ, इम्पल्स एंड इंस्टिंक्ट. तो एक्चुअली मैं सोचती हूँ कि किसी दिन अगर मेरा इम्पल्स और इंस्टिंक्ट ना काम किया तो फिर क्या करूँगी? आई डोंट हैव क्राफ्ट टू फॉल बैक ऑन. इट वुड रियली बी डिजास्ट्रस. बट हर कैरेक्टर अलग होता है, उसके चैलेंजेस अलग होते हैं. एज एन एक्टर मेरी मेहनत ये रहती है कि I take it as a bigger compliment जब कोई कहे कि oh, this is Vartika, or this is Shamshunissa, or this is Ruxana, rather than saying Shefali did this character. And every character requires something else. So it's a process, it's a learning process, it's a great process. I mean, I love it, and every day is a new day, and every day I don't know. So it's only growing from there and only learning from there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. बहुत शुक्रिया सारे सवालों के लिए. That's all the time we have. I apologize for that. But with that,
thank you so much for being here for this wonderful afternoon, and for all the love that you have showered on Delhi Crime 1. And trust me when I say this, or at least I feel so, and so do we all. We are extremely proud of being a part of DC and creating what we have. और सब अगर बैठ जाएं तो there is something special that we'd like to share with you. Couple of moments, and I hope Delhi Crime 2 gets as much love and respect as DC wanted. But of course, we'd like to show you something, and I want to see you too.